Ever heard of the hostess with the mostess? Well, meet the airline hostess who took that phrase to a whole new altitude. Today we're going to take you on a journey through the clouds, and our guide is no ordinary flight attendant. She's a woman who's mastered the art of juggling trays, pacifying fussy flyers, and charming even the most grumpy of passengers with her wit and warmth. Let's take a trip back in time to one of our hostess's most memorable flights. Picture this: a packed plane, a full platter of hors d'oeuvres, and a passenger who just so happened to be a food critic in disguise. Now, for most, a food critic on board would be cause for panic. But not for our bumblebee stewardess. She saw it as an opportunity to showcase her service skills and the airline's culinary prowess. With a tray full of delectable nibbles, she fluttered from seat to seat, ensuring each passenger had their fill. When she reached our undercover critic, she served him with her signature style, part grace, part humor, and a dash of sass. She quipped, "We know airline food isn't exactly Michelin star, but we do our best to make it taste like it is." And the critic? He was taken aback by her candor and charm. He sampled the hors d'oeuvres expecting mediocrity, but was pleasantly surprised. The food was good, yes, but it was her service that stole the show. He later penned a rave review about the airline's exceptional service, praising our hostess for her quick wit, infectious charm, and the ability to turn a typical flight into a memorable experience. So, you see, our bumblebee stewardess is not just a flight attendant, she's a maestro of the skies, turning potential disasters into triumphs with her quick thinking and sparkling personality. She's the magic that makes a flight more than just a journey. It's an experience, a story to be told, and that, dear friends, was just the appetizer. Buckle up for the main course. Ever wondered what a day in the life of our high-flying hostess looks like? Let's just say it's no walk in the park. Or should I say, no flight in the sky? Our hostess's day starts before the sun even considers peeping over the horizon. With a pot of coffee that could rival the strength of rocket fuel, she begins her pre-flight prep. It's a symphony of uniforms, name tags, and a smile so bright it could guide a plane through the thickest fog. Once on board, it's time for the safety demonstration. You know, the one where they show you how to buckle a seatbelt as if you haven't been doing it in cars since you were a toddler. But hey, it's all part of the job, and she performs it with the grace of a ballet dancer and the precision of a seasoned mime. Then comes the food and drink service, a delicate dance through a narrow aisle, littered with outstretched legs and overzealous kids. She's got the balance of a tightrope walker, the agility of a ninja, and the patience of a saint. All while remembering who ordered the gluten-free meal and who wanted extra peanuts. Of course, there's always that one passenger with a fear of flying, but our hostess is a pro. With a comforting pat on the shoulder and a few soothing words, she can turn a nervous wreck into a relaxed traveler. Just when you think she's got it all under control, the plane hits a patch of turbulence, but she's unfazed. She navigates the bouncing cabin like a surfer riding a wave, all the while reassuring passengers that it's just a bit of sky potholes. So that's a typical day for our hostess with the mostess. And if you thought that was hectic, wait till you hear about her off days. When life gives you turbulence, what do? Well, if you're like our hostess, you serve it with a side of humor. Imagine this scenario. You're 35,000 feet above the ground, cruising at 500 miles per hour, when suddenly the plane starts to shake. It's turbulence, a common occurrence in air travel, but nonetheless it sends a ripple of anxiety through the cabin. Enter our hostess, the turbulence tamer. On one particularly bumpy ride, our hostess proved herself to be the master of the skies. Just as the first wave of turbulence hit, she was in the midst of the in-flight service. Instead of panicking, she turned to the passengers and said, "Well, folks, it seems we've hit the cosmic pothole. Hold on to your drinks." Her quick wit and jovial demeanor instantly lightened the mood. But don't be fooled. Even as she was cracking jokes, she was also securing loose items, checking seatbelts, and making sure everyone was safe. When a passenger's hat flew off in the commotion, she caught it mid-air and quipped, "Sir, you almost lost your thinking cap." The entire cabin erupted in laughter. Her humor was infectious, her calmness contagious. Her ability to keep her cool and maintain her sense of humor, even in the face of potential danger, was truly awe-inspiring. Laughter, after all, is the best medicine, and she knew how to administer it in just the right doses. She didn't just serve drinks and snacks, she served reassurance, comfort, and a dash of humor, turning a potentially nerve-wracking experience into a memorable one. She was not just a hostess, she was the turbulence tamer, the queen of the skies, the hostess with the mostess. So, next time you're on a shaky flight, remember our hostess and her turbulence taming tactics. It might just make your ride a little smoother. As the saying goes, all good things must come to an end. And so does our hostess's flight. Let's take a moment to look back at the day of our tireless hostess. It began with a flurry of activity, a symphony of safety demonstrations and snack trays. Remember the way she expertly maneuvered the beverage cart down the narrow aisle while simultaneously sharing a joke that had everyone laughing? Or how about the time she managed to turn a fussy toddler into a giggling, content passenger with nothing more than a funny face and a soothing voice? Our hostess has shown us that it's possible to balance a high degree of professionalism with a sense of humor. She's demonstrated that the cabin can be a stage, and she, the star performer, delivering service with a sparkle in her eye and a quip on her lips. This is no easy task, especially when you're 30,000 feet in the sky, but she's managed to make it look effortless. She's deftly juggled serving refreshments, soothing nervous flyers, and even managing unexpected turbulence, all while maintaining her signature wit. She's turned the mundane into the memorable, transforming the routine safety demonstration into a comedy sketch that had passengers chuckling in their seats. But it's not all laughs. Our hostess also showed us her compassionate side. Remember the elderly passenger who was feeling unwell? Our hostess was there offering comfort, reassurance, and a comforting pat on the hand. It's these small acts of kindness that truly make a difference, turning a potentially stressful situation into a more manageable one. Our hostess has shown us that a flight is not just about getting from point A to point B, it's about the journey, the experience, and the people you meet along the way. She's made every moment count, turning an ordinary flight into an extraordinary adventure. And there you have it, a day in the life of our hostess with the mostess. Next time you fly, don't forget to appreciate the hard work and humor of your own airline hostess. Who knows, you might just be their next humorous anecdote.